today's video, we're just going to ask a question of, you bought your kayak, you've blown it up, what do you do with this? The kayak paddle. So let's take a look on how to put this together. I'll look at a few techniques for paddling and how to set this thing up so you're going to have the best kind of paddling day. One thing I have found with these is, doesn't matter what kayak you buy, the instructions on actually putting a paddle together are really a little bit sparse. So you end up wondering what to do. You put it together okay, but it doesn't feel quite right and you don't really know what to do with it. As I say, this video is aimed for people where this is the first boat. This is your first go at kayaking, and you want to know how to get the best out of your paddle. But if you've never kayaked before, these things, there is a little bit of a knack to them, which I want to share with you today. If you like these videos, by the way, then please press subscribe and hit the like button and we'll do some more. So let's take a look at putting together this kayak paddle and then go on to look at a few techniques. God, it's gone back to winter here. Okay, so a typical paddle that you get with an inflatable kayak is the sectional type, and by that it means it comes in different parts, and basically you have the centerpiece, your two paddle ends, your connectors which connect the different paddle ends, and then these things which are basically sealing rings. So the first thing you want to do is take your sealing rings and pop them on the paddle. So the top of the paddle is a flat bit, bottom of the paddle is always the bit with the vein in it, this part here. So we're going to put this ring on and we're going to position it. We don't want the ring all the way down near the end of the paddle, because what this thing does is when you dip the paddle in the water and it comes out, there'll be a water runoff, and you don't want the water running down the pole and into the boat. So what this is designed to do is the water gets this far, drops off, but you want this out of the water. So we're going to position that in a little while. So there's the rings on there. We're then going to put the connectors on. These have got like a baffle in them, and when you tighten them up by turning this thing clockwise, it tightens up and it compresses the handle onto the paddle, like so. So you've got to open it fully up, the paddle to sit in like so. There's no up or down on these, so you can tighten that one up, and as you see, it doesn't come off. Middle bit, same deal. Undo it fully, insert the paddle, and then just tighten this one up finger tight. That one on, finger tight, and then this one on. Now, what you want is, if you're left-handed, might be on the other side, but the way that I do it is on the left paddle here, and I'm looking at it, I have this one flat and up, so it's just facing the sky. The flat part of the paddle is facing straight up, and then come across to this one, and I want this one facing me. Like so. So again, we've got the flat part of the paddle there, and the right hand side of the paddle is facing me. So you just turn it 45 degrees so the flat part of the paddle is facing me. Then lock off the paddle. As I say, this is the same with any paddle that you basically have. So the problem is with these paddles is where these things lay is you're kind of thinking this is where you're going to put your hands, but the problem is with it, the paddle's quite long, so my arms are quite splayed out. You know, just to exaggerate it, if it was further down, I'm holding it out like so. So when I paddle, it's a little bit uncomfortable. So I tend to hold it here. So you've got a nice kind of bend in your arms that lines up with your shoulders. Yeah, you're not stretching out, you've actually got it here. Now why the paddle is like this is because when you actually paddle, you're going to put a little bit of a twist in it. So for this side, you notice that the blade is facing upwards. So for me to get, I can't obviously paddle like this. So what I need to do is just, as I introduce the paddle, is a twist it. So it's just a, and you're almost like spooning it into the water. Yeah. So when you sat in the kayak, you're going to have your feet kind of in the bottom of the boat. You want to be stretching to where your foot is to introduce the paddle. And when you do that, also your body's twisting. Yeah. Now a lot of paddlers, when they kind of, I don't know, some people like to do it, but they paddle like this. And what that does is it's just using one particular muscle group. You've got lots of different muscles in your torso. So when you paddle like this, you're going to get tired pretty quickly because you're just using the muscles in your arms and your stomach here. When you twist and you place the paddle like so, you're using more of the core muscles in your torso, and it just basically, it makes it more comfortable, and it makes it, you're able to paddle for longer. Yeah. So you're going to reach forward, twist, place the paddle in, complete the stroke. And as you complete the stroke, the twist in your torso, you end up coming back. You're then going to do the opposite. Yeah? Twist, stroke, twist, stroke, twist, stroke. Yeah? The other reason why you have your paddle like this is when you twist it, the left hand paddle goes in, but it's very easy then just to put in the right hand side of the paddle. So there's more of a twist on the left. Yeah. So again, just to go through the basics of it, is have your paddle, left hand up, right hand facing you. Grasp the paddle so it's comfortable. You're not got your splayed hands or anything like that, you're just comfortable like this. And then you're going to twist, reach forward, stroke, twist, stroke, twist, stroke, twist, stroke. If you get this into a rhythm, and it's a rhythm, you should be able to dance to it. Yeah? You can paddle for longer, and it's more, way more comfortable. Okay, the principles of paddling to the boat. So first thing when you're kayaking is you want to be sat straight in your chair, in the seat part of the boat. You don't want to be kind of doing this, because it's just, you're not going to get a full stroke. So sit up straight, and again, now my legs are obviously straight out, we're going to adopt the same principles as we did in the chair. So we're going to grasp the paddle, and I have this comfortable angle here. The paddle's balanced in my hands. I'm going to start where I've got one paddle up, one paddle facing me. So I'm going to twist, place the paddle where my toe is. The toe's about here, so I'm just popping the paddle behind my toe, and then as I pull, I'm going to twist round to the other side. Paddle up, place it by my toe, pull, and as I pull I twist, setting it up for the next row, the next pull. Yeah, and that is it. You're just placing the paddle and twisting. As I say, if you're just going to do this, you'll get your arms tired very quickly. But by utilising the twist, will allow you to paddle for longer. Yeah. So that's it for paddling, and hope you get something from this video. By the way, I say I'm not teaching you how to suck eggs. I've been paddling for years. We learned how to kayak at school, and even though that was back in the 1980s, many moons ago, the actual equipment is still the same. The paddles are still the same. Technique's still the same. The boats, yes, these are inflatable, but they're still the same principle, and it's all about enjoying your day. So, as I say, if you like this video, then please subscribe. I'll do some more. And when this weather's cheered up a little bit, then we'll get out again. Okay, we'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.